Imagine you're living 12,000 years ago. No supermarkets, no hospitals, no refrigerators. Your water can make you sick. But there's one strange drink that is actually safer than the water around you. It's slightly sweet, it bubbles, it makes people laugh, sing, dance, and without realizing it, it may have helped create the very first civilizations. This is the unbelievable story of how alcohol may have changed human history forever.
Part 1. Mystery. Scientists once believed humans invented farming so they could grow bread. But what if they were wrong? What if our ancestors planted their very first fields just to make beer? It sounds ridiculous until you look at the evidence. Part 2. Beginning of the story. Let's travel back to the end of the last ice age. The world is warming. Huge mammoths are disappearing. Human tribes are changing. And somewhere, someone accidentally creates history.
Part 3. The accident. Picture a hunter-gatherer camp. Someone gathers wild berries, another collects honey. Rainwater fills a stone bowl. Days pass. The mixture begins bubbling. Nobody understands what is happening. Tiny, invisible yeast floating through the air has started eating the sugars. The first alcohol is born.
Part 4. First taste. At first, people are cautious. Then, someone drinks it. Nothing happens for a moment. Then, their face relaxes. They laugh louder. The camp laughs with them. Soon, everyone wants to try. The world's oldest party has begun. Part 5. Ancient curiosity. Ancient humans didn't know about bacteria. They didn't know chemistry. But they noticed something important. The strange drink usually didn't make them sick. Dirty water often did. Fermented drinks became valuable, not because they wanted to get drunk, but because experience taught them they were often safer. Part 6. Bigger discovery. Eventually, people realized fruit wasn't the only thing that could ferment. Wild grains could too. Barley, wheat, rice. If you crushed them, mixed them with water, and waited, they transformed into beer. Without laboratories, without science, our ancestors had discovered biotechnology. Part 7. The beer theory. Now comes one of history's biggest debates. Some archaeologists have proposed something called the beer before bread theory. Instead of asking, did farming create beer? They ask, did beer create farming? Imagine spending months growing grain, not for food, but for huge celebrations. It sounds unbelievable, yet the evidence keeps growing. Part 8. Göbekli Tepe. Then archaeologists uncovered something extraordinary, a massive stone temple built over 11,000 years ago, long before cities, long before writing, long before kingdoms. Thousands of people gathered here. Huge stone vessels found at the site may have been used for fermented drinks. Imagine hundreds of ancient people celebrating together, sharing beer beneath towering stone pillars. Part 9. Why alcohol united humans. Alcohol does something unusual. It lowers fear. It increases trust. People sing together, dance together, celebrate together. For small hunter groups, that could mean stronger friendships, better cooperation, and larger communities. Sometimes the most powerful invention wasn't a weapon, it was a drink. Part 10. Ancient Egypt. Thousands of years later, beer became part of daily life. In ancient Egypt, workers building enormous pyramids were often paid with bread and beer, not as luxury, as normal food. Beer contained calories, nutrition, and cleaner liquid than contaminated water in many places. Children even drank weaker versions. It was simply part of life.
Part 11. Mesopotamia. Meanwhile, in Mesopotamia, beer became so important, people wrote songs about it. One ancient hymn even praised the goddess of brewing. Imagine that! One of humanity's earliest written poems was basically about making beer. When something appears in religion, you know it's important. Part 12. China. Far away, ancient Chinese communities were experimenting too. Some mixed rice, honey, and fruit. Others created fermented drinks thousands of years before many famous civilizations even existed. Different cultures, different ingredients, same discovery. Humans everywhere found fermentation. Part 13. The science behind it. The amazing part?
Nobody taught them. Yeast is invisible. Microscopes wouldn't exist for thousands of years. Ancient humans simply noticed patterns. Sweet things, left alone, changed. Observation became science, long before science had a name.
Part 14, the dangerous side. But alcohol had another side. Some people drank too much. Arguments happened. Poor decisions happened. Even ancient laws mentioned drunken behavior. Humans quickly learned every powerful discovery comes with consequences. Fire can cook food or burn forests. Alcohol can unite people or divide them.
Part 15, celebrations. Despite the risks, almost every civilization kept alcohol. Births, harvests, victories, weddings, religious festivals. One drink appeared again and again and again. Across continents, across thousands of years, people raised cups together. Part 16, hidden benefit. Sharing alcohol also meant sharing stories. Old hunters taught young hunters, parents taught children, leaders inspired followers. Knowledge spread during long celebrations. Perhaps some of humanity's greatest ideas were born around ancient campfires, with fermented drinks nearby. Part 17, did alcohol build civilization? So, did alcohol build civilization? Probably not by itself, but it may have helped bring people together. Large gatherings, shared rituals, community celebrations. Those moments helped create stronger societies. Sometimes history isn't changed by kings. It's changed by ordinary people, sharing a drink. Part 18, modern connection. Today, beer, wine, and countless other fermented drinks exist almost everywhere. But every bottle, every glass, traces its roots back to one accidental discovery made by people who had absolutely no idea they were changing history forever. Part 19, ending story. Picture that first human lifting a strange bubbling drink. No labels, no breweries, no recipes, just curiosity. One sip became millions of years of tradition. That tiny accident helped shape agriculture, religion, celebrations, and perhaps even civilization itself. History often remembers great kings, but sometimes history begins with someone forgetting a bowl of fruit in the rain. Part 20, conclusion. The next time you see a glass of beer, remember, you're looking at one of humanity's oldest inventions, older than writing, older than cities, maybe even older than farming itself. And that makes it one of the most fascinating stories our ancestors ever left behind. If you enjoyed this journey into ancient history, subscribe for more unbelievable stories about how our ancestors survived, invented, and accidentally changed the world. Because history is far stranger than fiction.